Market data connection re-established.
Hello traders, this is addzeros. Good morning to everybody. How are you guys? So SPY and the Nasdaq and the gold and the Dow and the oil, everything is breaking out. Everything is green, all across is green. So that looks really good. Bitcoin, the Mara stock and the Riot is a bit negative, but overall everything is very green. We have a lot of stocks which are moving. Hi Andre, hi Lois. A lot of stocks are moving from upside to downside. We have so many gap and goes today. Feel very happy to see this many stocks now. That's great. Finally, Mavis worked. And so let's go look at it some levels and see how we can find some of the strategies to work for us. Are you guys with me on the line? Because I don't see anyone at this point. All right, so let's start to the point. Okay, so let's quickly check the SPY. SPY is really positive, is breaking out 420 level after the big consolidation, so looks very nice. Uh, and if you look at the 5 minutes, it's really moving toward up, but still not have crossed the morning high. And if you look at the Nasdaq, and the Nasdaq is more stronger, looks like a more stronger than, and then the SPY, it's already broke the first 5 minutes of the opening range. So let's see how does it work now. Just remove this and let's do it again here. So Nasdaq looks good too. Very nice breakout. Now let's look at the stocks. Let's look at first the extended stocks. We have a BTX, which was very extended yesterday. I was wanted to trade at the 38 when it was here around 2 o'clock. Yes, here. So when it came here, I was wanted to play the breakout of this 37, and it just went back too quickly to the 41, and then I didn't had a courage to trade again. But look at it, it went up to the 56. Now today is the first day which is gapping down from the high. Right now it is 10% negative, so from 59 to 39 right now. Let me quickly check that whether I have on the short or no. Short, do I have this for short? So I do not have any stocks, any trade, any shares to short. What you guys, do you guys have a BTX to short? Can you trade on the TEFS platform? And if you do that, just keep this with you. It could be a very not on the okay. So okay, so then it's not, this stock is not for us. The next extended stock is not extended, but it can be an extended and it can be on the continuation on the both side, which is the Crocs. The Crocs has been close to 100 but not moving up and down, so we need to closely see if it gives a continuation momentum towards upside, we're gonna take it over that 100. But if it doesn't go up, and it's just breakdown under the $100, and then we can do a short as well. So it could be on the both side, the continuation, as well as on the extended stock. Because if you look at the daily, this is a daily, and you will notice that it's really gap really extended from April 20 from 71 to 100, and no pullback from that. So definitely we can see right now it has yesterday it is the doji candle. So no winner, neither the bull nor the bear. So both are stuck here. So they are waiting to see what is going to happen, and then we can trade accordingly. Yeah, we'll appreciate the thumbs up if you guys want to give a thumbs up. Uh, I see many viewers, but I only see one like so far. Okay, dokie. All right. Okay, so now, thank you. All right, so let's look at the stocks which we are right now. Is in gap and go. The Facebook very bullish, nice results. Earning results really moved up. On the weekly, it is very bullish. Daily bullish. On the 30 minutes is really bullish. So uh, all the big pictures are bullish. Now need to see that whether when the market opens, it's gonna be bullish or is going to be like fading out like the other stocks which we have seen the Tesla, despite the earning, it fade out. So we need to keep an eye on this. If you remember the Zoom also has a very great result, but then he sold off very heavily on the earning day. So we need to keep this pattern in our mind, and we will find some support and resistance. So clearly 330 is really a support. Um, and then on the daily level, on the daily, there's say 316 is a big support. So yesterday or today's morning, which is 325, is a nice support. And if we check the yesterday close before the after market, let's see what price it ended closed. So it closed on 306. So 306 to 330, $30 move. We definitely need to keep an eye on that. Okay. And let's take another level here, which is on the 328, and then the aftermarket hour is going to start, and then we can just put this as support here. Okay, so these are the levels, mark those levels, and then I'm going to move to the next stock, which is the eBay. So eBay is gapping down 8%. If you look at the weekly, really gapping down, bearish trend, uh, daily bearish trend. Now what we need to see, 30 minutes bearish, so everything is bearish. Let's take some resistance and support here, and so we can appropriately trade this stock as well. So right now it is on the lower side. Last 30 minutes is almost a dollar move from 57 to almost 90-cent moves. So keep an eye that usually with the relative volume, uh, whatever the whatever the average candle is, you can just double it, right? Or it can be in the you can achieve in a 1 minute as well. So almost a $1 move here. So we will mark these levels, and on the daily we can mark this, and we can mark this. Okay, so next one we have NCLH. This is the travel stock, and in NCLH is basically a 5% up. If you look at the weekly, it is still the lower from the top, is on the $30 range, trying to break out the resistance which is on the 35 level. So it's still too much away from the final resistance, but there are smaller resistance close to the price range where it is trading right now. So if you look at it on a weekly chart, there are some resistance, and that also coincide with the daily. Now then, but it's really nice. Up to 33 can be a good momentum. 30 minutes candle is making a bull flag. 5 minutes really moving up. After 8 o'clock, the volume came in, so we definitely need to keep an eye on this, and it can be a good stock from the upside momentum. Okay, so let's mark on the 5 minute chart this as a support 3106, and another smaller time frame resistance which is on the 3545. Okay, so next one what we have here is TME. So TME is also 2.13% down, not as much as others, but still gapping down. If you look at the daily, it's really making a bear flag, but it broke the bear flag and moved back up. But you see that is a doji kind of a uh, hammer from the top, and or the doji, but is kind of a hammer because it's a long tail, and now it's moving back down. So we're just gonna mark it here, and now gonna see here. Let's mark this support as a $17 as well. So it's not as strong as others, but it can be a good momentum. When it moves, it give us the $30, $40 move. So we can definitely keep this into our radar. But if you look at 30 minutes, it came down. Now in the V shape or the U shape is moving up now, and it's making a bull flags on a 30 minutes. So anything is moving up now on the shorter time frame can be a good short because of the longer time frame. But if you look at the longer time frame, you can also see that it has rejected moving down at the 17 level because there's a big support here. So not as clean as others. Let's look at the clove. Clove was gapping up 4%, and you always know that the $10 mark is a really nice level for any stock. So right now we have a one resistance on 1166 on the daily level, which is very close to breaking out. On the 5 minute chart, if you look at it, complete uh, uptrend from April 29th. Today from 4:30 to all the way 11:30 is just moving up. Just give me 1 second. I will be back. So Clove is really looking good as well. For the We have a pre-market resistance is 1130. Is see now is making bull flag and is moving back up now. So that's really nice. Let's mark these levels and we'll see here what is going to go do here. Okay, and the next one, let's look at I have two more, but let's look at what Andre has, and then we can continue. CHPT. CHPT is good. Is a kind of a short squeeze. It's trying from last few days to move back up, but it's every day it move back up, and then it's just a sell off. So today is trying to break out the consolidation of 27. So definitely, definitely gonna go for this stock. But just keep an eye. See here, 30 minutes, first 30 minutes went up to 27.50 and then sell off and then make the support here. So I will mark this. This is a support, which was the previous resistance, and we'll definitely going to play today. This one looks really good because this is a short squeeze, is over 20% short sellers, and is trying to move back from last few days. Let's look at the RCL. So RCL is looks really good. I think IRCL is just like any other travel, but if you look at it, the high of the previous few days is it went up to the $100. Cleared as support is 84. Uh, Last few days the volume is not as great. Let's look at the 5-minute candles. How does it form the 5-minute candles? Because we need a nice volume to play with RCL. Because RCL one candle is more than sometime $2 if it's not really having if it's not having a nice volume. So see here, the average volume is 5 minutes is 50,000 to 25K, which is a bit less for momentum, right? But definitely we can play if we can find the right opportunity here. So see if it's have 100,000 volume, then it looks good, then it has a momentum, but more less than that, the candles are not really forming well. You know, no clear pattern, just sideways. And if we come here, came down, moved back up, came down, moved back up. So essentially, if you look at it, not a clear momentum here. But this today is almost 3.38% gap up with the market. So we need to keep an eye on this because I think all travel stocks are up today. Let's look at the HST. No volume on HST. Let's look at the AVIR. Okay, very nice volume yesterday, but this big volume stock move from 33.27, it's almost $5 move. Weekly really bearish, came from, I think, is a new IPO, so it came down from 91 to 27. And what next now? Does it bounce back? It could possibly, because if you look at it, last 6 weeks is keep coming down. So, and if we look at the daily, let me just zoom in for daily. Uh, if you look at the daily, it's really coming down. Nice momentum, but I'm just thinking that it could be a reversal play instead of a gapping down. Um, this could be a reversal play. Let's mark this out for the reversal play. Let's and check it out. How what is a short seller on AMVIR? Let's check it out. Let's check it out. The AVIR short float. Nothing much. The short float is only 5%. Um, so not too much. Okay, let's look at RVMD. Daily looks really good. Breaking down. Let's check it out. The weekly here. Weekly is also gapping down. Uh, it has a momentum. This was the second day after the big move, so it can be an inside day or bounce back, or it could be a breakdown. So if it's gonna break down, then we can play, but we have to see it's breaking down on the 33 and then mark the support of 35. Yes, so it could be a reversal because it's covering all the way, but I'm not sure whether it's going to continue downward because the last few days is really last few weeks is coming down, and it now it is on the IPO price. Next one I have a PLBY. PLBY is third day in a row is gapping down after the touching 55, so it could be in another short day with the touch with gonna touch $40. So right now it looks really weak because if you look at it after hours, it is a really gap down. Then it gapped up in the morning and now it's again coming down. So this pre yesterday after hours level could be a benchmark that whether it can break down under 46 and 45, and if yes, then it could be a good breakdown again. All right, this is all I have for you guys. Hope you have uh, let's check the Lewis Cara as well. Cara, I saw the Cara was coming down, and right now the volume is almost 365,000 and it's really came from 26 to 14. And even if you look at the 30 minutes, it's just not the one momentum, but it's keep coming down now. So definitely a nice gap and go, but it's 41%. Let's check the short float on Kara. 8%. So we can keep an eye. It can be it can go a little bounce back and come down back again. Any news on it? What is the institutional ownership? So only 2.6% in institutional ownership. Institutional owns 67%. So there's a lot of institution owning on the stock, so might be they're gonna buy back on that big uh, sell-off. And how many share has been sold so far is only 800,000 shares. And what is the total number of shares on this stock? So this is only 41 million shares float. It's a smaller company, and 800,000 has been sold. Uh, so definitely. But if you look at it, like someone has sold a 7.5 million shares here as well. But as per this, institutional still own 67%. So it could be a further down, but we need to keep an eye on this. All right. Okay. So do you guys want to meet on Skype, or how you want to do that? So WSTD is over. Do you guys want to meet me on Skype, or how you want to do that? Okay. So okay, let's do that. Okay. Uh, so let's do that. Meet me on Skype at 9:25. I'm off today, so we can meet, and then we can decide for the what we need to do for the next week. All right. So see you on the Skype then. All right, guys. Thanks.